But for some reason the camera wouldn't pop up. I have no idea. But it is Friday, August 27th. And welcome to Premier Sports Talk. I'm your host, Randy Prentice. I'd like to start out by opening to tell you, for everyone that has subscribed to the channel, for anyone that has liked the short video posts that I put out, to date, I have over 300,000 views. Y'all heard me correctly, over 300,000 views on my short feed video posts, which equivalated to me now having 280 subscribers. Started the channel July the 4th. I have 280 subscribers. When I woke up this morning, I think I was at 218. I've been pushing out some content. And I said before tonight turns midnight, I wanted to be at 300 subscribers. So for any of you that are tapping in for the first time, what I ask is that if you can support the channel to help it grow, hit that like button, leave a comment. I always say, tell me where you're from. Tell me who your football team is. Tell me who your favorite baseball team is. Tell me whatever your favorite sports is. The more activity that's shown on this channel, the more that the YouTube algorithm will push out this channel. When it's small channels, it's hard to get it out. They say it typically takes anywhere between 3 to 5 months before they really start pushing it out. But I'm being really aggressive here. I'm keep pressing on. I keep moving on. And with your support, I'm going to achieve that goal. At 280 subscribers since July the 4th, you all have truly been a blessing. Always close with, may a blessing fall upon you and may you pass a blessing on to somebody else. And each and every one of you have been a blessing to me. But again, if y'all can share this channel link with somebody, I need 20 more to hit that 300 mark today. By midnight, I'm hoping that I go over it. And the reason why I'm trying to get to 500, so everybody know 500 subscribers, is once YouTube just recently lowered their requirements. Before you had to have 1,000 subscribers, have over 4,000 watch hours, but YouTube is trying to push out people starting a channel so they can get more traffic on there and post. YouTube make money off of placing ads. Anybody that just has the free subscription on YouTube, you will notice that if you're watching something, ads keep popping up. The only way you can get rid of those ads from popping up is that you have to subscribe to them, and then that'll cancel out all the ads. That's what that is. But if I can get to 500 subscribers, it allows me to add content. It allows me to post videos on my channel. It allows me, which is really good. I can go to Threads. I can go to where they have all the posts, whether it be on ESPN or NFL Network. I can download videos and things of that nature and give you better content. But until I reach 500 subscribers, it keeps my channel small and I'm not allowed to do those things. Today I'm going to touch on, there was some games last night that occurred. There's some games coming up this weekend. I'm going to touch on if there's any type of contract updates that occurred this week. I'm going to touch on any injuries that I know of. I'm going to touch on what the updated schedule is for this weekend, and then I'll close with there was an NFL Hall of Famer. If you've been following the sports. Running back for the Los Angeles Rams came out, he's a Hall of Famer, and came out and said that there was collusion against Shedeur Sanders. And if any of you all don't know or don't believe that conspiracy theory, the NFL currently has 2 discrimination cases against them right now. 2. One of the persons is Eric Jackson. He resides here in Atlanta. Immediately after that slide in the NFL draft, he filed a lawsuit against the NFL, and then the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, he got a discrimination lawsuit against them. And then there is a third person coming out. I'm not going to speak on it right now until he comes out with it. He has a discrimination case going against the NFL. Previously, back in January or early February, the NFL's Players Association They filed a lawsuit against them as far as colluding against the NFL players, and that was kept hush hush until I believe late May, early April. So, and then they appealed. The NFL Players Association, they appealed that ruling, and they're going after the NFL again. There's a saying, and you all heard it: "What is done in the dark will come out in the light. What is done in the dark will come out in the light." You know, God exposes all and reveals all, and I'll leave that at that. But the only way the NFL, well, they won't even be able to keep it hush, because of the NFL, Roger Goodell, and the management council of the NFL. There are 4 people on the NFL management council. I will not get into the names of who are on there until it's brought out to the public. But there's 4 people that are in charge of that. They oversee, with the commissioner and the 4 owners that are on that management council, they oversee the 32 teams. And then they, you know, everything typically is supposed to go through them. But with the Deshaun Watson guaranteed contract trade, that didn't go through them. And then this thing with Shedeur Sanders getting pushed all the way down to the 5th round, 144th pick. You know, according to the conspiracy theorists, they was trying to make Shedeur Sanders not even get drafted, to try to so-called teach him a lesson. But let me get into the content here. Again, thank you all again for those of you who have subscribed, 280 of you. The goal is to try to reach 300 by tonight. Any of you new tapping in, if you can comment, subscribe, leave a comment, it would be greatly appreciated. My overall goal is trying to get to 500 before the end of the month, because I really want to grow the content. But let's get into this. So first, contracts that I'm aware of. Kansas City Chiefs signed a deal extension agreement with the player named Tyson Bagnet. It's a 2-year, $10 million deal extension. Another beautiful thing. Woo! 2-year, $10 million. I'd rather play basketball than football, though. As far as the Cowboys, things are going in the wrong directions between Jerry Jones and Michael Parsons. They still haven't come to a contract settlement. We all know that Jerry Jones likes selling the deal up right before the season starts. He did that with Dak Prescott the week of the season opener. But the thing that's going on with Michael Parsons is that Jerry Jones is saying he just did an interview with Stephen A. Smith yesterday. And Stephen A. Smith went down to interview Jerry Jones, and he said that from Jerry Jones' standpoint, he said that he had a private agreement with Michael Parsons. They had a deal. He said that he was going to have the largest contract as far as a defensive lineman, but then once there was a verbal agreement, Michael Parsons allegedly told Jerry Jones he couldn't talk with him anymore concerning it, and that he wanted everything to go through his agent, which Jerry Jones does not like. And then now they're at a stalemate. Jerry Jones isn't talking to Michael Parsons' agent, and I'm just hoping it all hashes itself out. Michael Parsons has went a little bit further, as I stated before. It's asking for a trade from the Dallas Cowboys. There's an offer by one team. I hate that I don't recall it off the top of my head, but I'll research it some more. I'm really thinking that Michael Parsons is going to sign sometime next week before the season starts, and let bygones be bygones. But there is definitely some animosity there. As far as with the Cincinnati Bengals, Trey Hendricks, that really doesn't look like it's going nowhere. They're shopping him around to see what they can get for him, so there's no update on that. As far as NFL trades, one that occurred yesterday, the Washington Commanders have traded one of their running backs, Brian Robinson, to the San Francisco 49ers. For the Washington Commanders, Brian Robinson has from the Washington Commanders has been traded to the San Francisco 49ers for a 6th-round draft pick. Along with that trade is that the San Francisco 49ers, they get wide receiver Devon Vale. That is Devon Vale. He actually played for the Denver Broncos, and then they will get a 4th-round pick for the Cincinnati Bengals getting that particular pick. So you can see that just because one player plays with one team, they can get traded to another, and then a third-party team could pick up a trade from another team. And then I had no idea that that happens until last night when I saw it, and I looked into it. As far as injuries concerned, the last night there was 2 games last night. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they played the Carolina Panthers. Skylar Thompson balled out. He's the 3rd-string quarterback on the depth chart. So it goes Aaron Rodgers. He didn't play in the game. Mason Rudolph played in the game. Didn't look that good to me. I watched the game, but Skylar Thompson, he really balled out. To me, I really feel like he should be number 2. Skylar Thompson, I believe, got picked up by the Steelers from the Miami Dolphins, if I recall correctly. On that, Pittsburgh Steelers 1st-round draft pick, defensive lineman, defensive tackle, Harmon, messed up his knee. I think I didn't check in what his MRI revealed today, but I know he got knocked out of that game with a knee injury. I'm hoping it's not season ending. I'm hoping it's not season ending for my Pittsburgh Steelers, and I am hoping that he'll be able to get back soon. Oh, the stats on that game for Skylar Thompson, I didn't check in the Mason Rudolph, but Skylar Thompson's stats was 11 for 13 for 152 yards, and he had 1 touchdown pass. He had a QBR passing rating of 141%. He really balled out. The Giants last night, the New York Giants played the New England Patriots. The Giants won that game 42-10 last night. However, Jackson Dart did not play. He looked so good in the 2nd preseason game. I don't know the reasoning to why Jackson Dart didn't play last night. Maybe they don't want to risk him getting injured. So that was their last preseason game, so they did not have him play. In that game for the Carolina Panthers, though, there was another injury. The person's name is Nathaniel Watson. He put on the injured reserve list. He has a torn bicep. I know that hurt really bad. So I know the preseason games start tonight at 7:30. And with that, there's several preseason games tonight. So I'll update you all. If you're a Philadelphia or New York Giants fan, the Philadelphia Eagles are playing the New York Jets. That game starts at 7:30. At 8 p.m. tonight, the Minnesota Vikings are playing the Tennessee Titans. That's supposed to be on CBS, depending on what area you're in. 8 o'clock tonight, I will be tapping in. At the conclusion of this, I'm probably going to go out and watch the Atlanta Falcons play the Dallas Cowboys. That's coming on at 8 o'clock tonight. I know if I go out tonight to watch it, I'll be able to catch it. At 8:30 tonight, the Chicago Bears play the Kansas City Chiefs. Tomorrow, we have several NFL preseason games. We have the Baltimore Ravens will be going against the Washington Commanders. That game starts at 12 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. At 1 p.m. tomorrow, there's several games. We got the Indianapolis Colts going against the Cincinnati Bengals. For those of you who don't know, Daniel Jones has got promoted to number 1 QB1 for the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson has been demoted down to 2nd string. Also at 1 p.m., Los Angeles Rams are playing the Cleveland Browns. In that particular game, Joe Flacco, who hasn't played in the preseason, he's going to start the game. Kenny Pickett is still out with a hamstring injury. He has not played no preseason games. Everybody's thinking he may be on the chopping block. Third round draft pick, Dylan Gabriel. He's supposed to come in behind Joe Flacco. And then Shedeur Sanders. I know the stadium's going to erupt there. Browns played their last 2 preseason games away. This is their last preseason game is being played at home. So Shedeur Sanders gets to play in that game. He's all healed up from his oblique injury. It's really imperative. The pressure's on him. He needs to ball out. A lot of people are saying in Cleveland that they don't feel like it's going to change his depth chart position. Not unless he really goes and balls out tomorrow, and then Dylan Gabriel has a bad showing. But with Dylan Gabriel being a 3rd round pick in the NFL draft, and Shedeur Sanders being a 5th round pick, it's going to be really hard. A lot of people have been saying Shedeur Sanders is being set up to fail. On the other side of the fence are people saying that the Cleveland Browns know what they got, and they would just want to make sure they develop Shedeur and don't set him up for failure. Next game, 1 p.m., we had the Houston Texans facing off against the Detroit Lions. We have also at 1 o'clock, the Denver Broncos are playing the New Orleans Saints. It's looking like down in there in New Orleans that the quarterback Rattler, due to Tyler Shuck being picked in the NFL draft this year, he hasn't been playing very well. Looking like Rattler is going to be starting that game tomorrow. At 4 p.m. tomorrow, you got the Seattle Seahawks going against the Green Bay Packers. 7 p.m. tomorrow night. I do not know. I know Travis Hunter had to sit out last week due to an upper body injury. The Jacksonville Jaguars will be going against the Miami Dolphins. At 7:30 p.m. tomorrow, the Buffalo Bills, for all my Buffalo Bill fans that's in here that has subscribed, and for all my Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. Palmer, I'm talking to you. Oscar, I don't know if you subscribed or not. I'm hoping you did. I know you're a big-time Buffalo Bill fan. But that game's coming on 7:30 tomorrow night. Shedeur Sanders for the Buccaneers, he's on the bubble. He played a horrible game last week. He's really going to have to show out tomorrow, make some good plays. You know, Todd Bowles, the coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he did an interview on, I believe, Wednesday, and that he stated that Shedeur Sanders still had a chance to make the squad, but he's going to have to have a good showing tomorrow. The media down there is saying that even with the injuries to some of their cornerbacks for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is that they really don't feel like Shedeur Sanders is going to make the 53-man roster, and it's going to be difficult for him to make the practice squad. They're just loaded at cornerbacks and safeties there. So I'm just glad he has the opportunity, and hopefully Shedeur makes the team. At 8:30 tomorrow night, the Los Angeles Chargers will be playing the San Francisco Chargers. Wow, and there's a really late game tomorrow night. The Los Angeles Raiders will be going against the Arizona Cardinals. That's all I have for right now. Well, as far as the games go. With that game last night, right after that game last night, the Pittsburgh Steelers playing the Carolina Panthers. The general manager and Mike Tomlin did not hesitate. They did not hesitate. They cut 11 players. They cut 11 players after that game to try to lower down to that 53-man roster. One quarterback got let go. His name was Logan Woodside. A running back got let go. His name was Evan Hall. One tight end got left off. His name was Kevin Folich. 2 offensive linemen got let go. Doug Nestor and Julian Pearl. A linebacker got let go. His name is Kenny Wilkes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, 1, 2, 3, no, 4. Three defensive backs got let go. Cam Alexander, Quindle Johnson, Kyler McMichael, and Mickey Victor. And one left safety got let go, Jake McQuaid. Now, rumor is, and it's a rumor, it's just gossip in social media, is if Tampa Bay let goes of Shedeur Sanders, there's some talk that Pittsburgh Steelers may be picking up Shedeur Sanders. They didn't pick Shedeur, to be the quarterback, and that broke my heart when the Steelers passed on Shedeur Sanders, not coming to the Steelers, knowing we ain't had no quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger, and they passed on Shedeur Sanders. But I'll be happy if Shedeur doesn't make Tampa Bay, and if he doesn't get to be on the practice squad, I hope Pittsburgh pick him up and hopefully put him on the Pittsburgh Steelers practice squad. I started with Eric Dickerson, Hall of Famer for the Los Angeles Rams. The story of the NFL colluding against Shedeur Sanders has been going on since the NFL draft. Like I said, truth always comes out in the light. There are 2 discrimination cases right now going against the NFL. There's a 3rd one about to come up. NFL's getting exposed. Eventually it's going to come out. And I think some of all that money them owners are making, they're going to have to, it's going to put a hole in their pocket, because I think they're going to do a settlement to try to squash that. It's better to do a settlement out of court than to go to court and lose a heck of a lot more money. But again, thank each and every one of you that have subscribed. I'm Randy Prentice, your host for Premier Sports Talk. When I checked before I came on here, I had 280 subscribers because of you all. That's just tremendous. Started the night of July the 4th. Didn't go see no fireworks. But all of you that have subscribed, you've been a fireworks to me. Any of you that just take the time to tap in, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I want to get to 300 before the clock strikes midnight. And I would love to reach the goal of getting to 500. So it takes this channel to the next level and I can add some greater content. But again, thank you for being a blessing. Again, may blessings fall upon you all, and may you be a blessing to others. Take care, y'all, and thank you for watching Premier Sports Talk.